How's it, Godzilla fans, kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla1964 coming back to you with yet another figure review. This time we'll be reviewing the Bandai Movie Monster Series Showa Ebirah figure, which came out last month. Yeah, so I was able to get him in kind of early on in the month, but I wanted to review him alongside, or not alongside, but in the series, I guess, with the new Bandai Movie Monster Series Showa Era that came out too. So yeah, that's why he's kind of getting reviewed a little late, because I only just got Baragon this week. But I'm excited to have both of these figures in hand because they're Showa monsters and they're both great looking figures. Speaking of great looking, starting off with detail for this Ebirah figure, I mean, look at that face. It just looks like it popped off the screen, am I right? So obviously you know how I feel about the detail, because I mean, all of this amazing detail on Ebirah's body, all the crustacean-like bumps and spikes are shown very nicely here on the claw. The incisor part of the claw looks very nice as well. Very nice, sharp and smooth. Moving on his legs, you got the little fur parts of his legs here. Looking very nice. His feet, crustacean feet. The tail looks very, very nice with the lobster tail look to it. You got the fur underneath here as well, showing very, very good, as well as the nice detail in here on the underside of the tail and the fin part for Ebirah. And then they even give him the abs. So yeah, I mean, look at the underside of this figure. It just looks great. We got some more fur detail over here, and then we have Ebirah's mouth, which is done very accurately to the show, because I have the YMSF Ebirah figure as well, and the YMSF Ebirah kind of has, it just looks like more fur. You know, this it actually looks like a mouth, so it turned out very, very nice. But that brings us to the face for Ebirah, which turned out amazing, because they got the eyebrows down where it's just nice and pointy. It looks like it's a continuation of these back spikes, which, by the way, these turn out very good as well. But yeah, the eyebrows look very nice. The eyes and the eye stalks turn out very good. The eye stalks are very, well, I guess they work. It's just that there's a lack of detail, I guess. Or they turn out very smooth. But I mean, it's an eye. And I'm not going to complain about that, because the part where it connects, it has very, very nice detail. Right there. Yeah. Ebirah's nose turned out very nice. His, whiskers kind of very nice as well. I guess secondary antenna, because this is his main antenna, which is sculpted into the body, which I actually don't mind, because it's the right kind of thickness and it doesn't look overly goofy kind of thick. It looks just right, so I quite like this. Yeah, and I quite prefer it over the YMSF, what they did, even though I think what YMSF did was still a very beautiful Ebirah figure. It's just very different compared to the Bandai Movie Monster Series one, which is a lot more screen accurate, which I really appreciate. Yeah, moving on to paint for this guy. I mean, it's Ebirah. He's a giant orangish red lobster with bright red eyes and nothing much else. So even if they didn't do the black wash, I think he would have turned out very, very nice. But the fact that Bandai went ahead and did this kind of black wash over him, over all this texture detail, I mean, I think Bandai went above and beyond with the paint, which is very, very nice. I like how the eye is painted especially. And like I said, the dark wash over him just brings out all of this great, great detail. The only gripe that I would say I have or the only thing that I would change, which I'm probably going to change, is I would paint the mouth parts white like they are in the movie, and I would paint all of this fur parts kind of the brownish color that they are. It's a light brown, not as dark brown as this. But yeah, I'm perfectly happy with paint. Bandai, I think, went above and beyond, because they could just left this orange like they did with the Varan figure, and you're going to see with the Baragon figure, spoilers, they kind of just painted the minimal paint, which is not what they did here for Ebirah. So paint work is amazing on this guy. Moving on to articulation, it still works. I mean, I'm not saying it's overly amazing, but it still works, because he only has 2 points, which are his 2 arms. And that's it, because the tail in Ebirah is glue sealed, and nothing else really moves. So that's it for articulation for this guy. Moving on to size comparison for Ebirah, we have the Godzilla that I faced off with, the 1964 Godzilla over here, to size up with him. And this is Ebirah kind of crawling, even though in the movies he's mostly kind of upright like this. But I would say this is actually perfect sizing, because Ebirah looked kind of decently big compared to Godzilla whenever they're fighting. And I mean, if I stick Ebirah kind of like this, even with him like this, he's a big, monster. He's a big kaiju. Because, yeah, this is how he was in the film, and I'd say it's a pretty good size comparison. Because we never ever see Ebirah like this, ever, in the movies. He's always kind of upright, standing up. But, yeah, size comparison is good. It's a very good size. Movie accurate, and there's nothing really much more to say. Ebirah might be one of Bandai's most screen accurate figures. Yeah, I'm really lost for words for this figure, because it's absolutely amazing. It's a perfect figure, in my opinion. I mean, the tail articulation isn't really needed. The 2 arms move, which I'm glad they do. I'm glad they're not stiff or anything like that. The detail is amazing on this guy. The paint is amazing, but for me, being the customizer that I am, I have my own opinion about what I want to do with it. So, yeah, but the paint is amazing. Because like I said before, Bandai could have just left it orange, no blackwash, nothing, just colored the eyes, and called it a day. And it would have been an Ebirah figure. But they went an extra step, and it paid off. And then the size is amazing as well. So I recommend you guys buy this 100%. 100%, no doubts. If you guys are Godzilla fans, if you guys especially like Godzilla versus Sea Monster, definitely buy this guy. He'd definitely be a really good stand-in for the Final Wars Ebirah until he comes out, because I know that Bandai's been dropping a lot of Final Wars stuff. But anyways, this will do it for the review tonight, guys. If you guys liked the video, do be sure to hit the like button down below. If you guys want to know anything else about the figure, if I may have missed anything, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what you see on that channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. But this will do it for this review, and then the next one coming up is going to be the Showa Baragon figure from Frankenstein Conquers the World by Bandai. So yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.